Hello, welcome everyone. I think today we'll do a little bit of deck tech on this Brawl deck. I know Brawl didn't really take off per se, but I'm truly a commander player, so this is the closest thing I can get on Arena. I can give a little bit of background to what made me decide to give out trying to do Magic videos on here. So you don't just think I'm just some random person downloading Arena and saying, hey, I can do this. So I'll start out with, said I'm a commander player, used to be a modern player. Started about 11 years ago, so not extremely long. Avoided Arena for the longest time. Prefer paper, tabletop to it, but this is the deck that I have chosen to run for Brawl and do a little looking at it and then play a couple games. So the head of it, we got the hinge hammer, and pretty much everything in here is going to either pump her or give her the extra targets to pump, and just swing in for a lot of damage as much as possible. Really aggro-y kind of deck. So now we got Death Touch there and Death Touch there, so handle some early game threats. Or even some late game if they put something big that you don't want to throw something in front of. Pump spell, it actually makes it fight, so pump it bigger and get a threat out of the way. Already gives itself a +1 counter, but use a turn 1 drop in, turn 2 drop in the hinge hammer, and turn 3 you're swinging 2 creatures for at least 5 damage, if both of them survive. Another pump, that both untap whoever you're going to pump. More pump. Vigilance creature, so you can swing in, block, still, little mana ramp. Pumping things, and then make sure you have better than 4 power on the field and get an extra +1/+1 counter on it. Artifact, enchantment removal, exiling, I guess if the threat arises. More pumping, more artifact and enchantment destroy. I said exile on this, it's just destroying. Some draw power in case things get big enough to trigger it. Mana ramp, a little more mana ramp in the form of searching for. More pump, +puts trample. A little bit of graveyard recurrence, get things out of it. A little bit of mutate, putting +1/+1s on it. That's always a fun card to drop in turn 3. Especially if you can drop it in on the hinge hammer. Ramp, card draw, +1 when it comes in, gives everything else +1/+1 when it attacks. More mana. Just a little landfall trigger just to give something to do when a land comes in. Mutate on top of it and just start making crazy copies. Another landfall trigger that gets bigger each land. Creates a creature, puts token, or puts +1/+1 counters. Does put a token into the battlefield on this last one, but and then draw power also. +1/+1s, graveyard recurrence, more finding mana, more pump. That also gives you creatures when it dies. +1/+1 and deals damage. Artifact enchantment destroy. Pump. Gives everything trample. Draw power or +1s. Always nice when that hits the field and then I can't figure out what to do with it. Love making this thing my target for Enchanter's Pump, because it gets it from the lands already and then give even more from Henchhammer. And a little bit of fight to take care of a few things. And then lands. Yeah, right now that's all that's there. This is a work in progress. Now let's go play. If you don't mind, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the little bell for notifications. Plan on trying to do every Monday, giving what's going on. And this one's going to be another rough video. I was getting ready for the holidays. I have not really had time to sit down and do it as much as I would like to. I think we go ahead and keep this. Got 2 wins, got a turn 2, turn 3 plays. Got things to do a little bit. What are we playing over here? Each creature in your party. Open the forest. We'll actually go ahead and drop in the Henchhammer on turn 2. Then bring in the Beetle next turn, and then the following turn, go ahead and Shield Smite it onto Henchhammer so the Beetle gets +1/+1. And we're gonna have to handle that here shortly. Played against it the other day and that little thing got out of control. We got another land. Go ahead and drop in. I'm gonna start off with this. Hopefully next turn draw another. We did. Oh, what do we handle here? Go ahead and drop in the Swarm. And drop in a Forest. Will not be swinging into that though. Go ahead and take care of the Bow next turn. Ooh, did not like the Swarm. So yeah, we're getting rid of that. they start making me have to sacrifice things and get the thing going crazy. Yeah, we're gonna hold back just so it doesn't block and destroy anything. Okay. No, I'm actually gonna leave it there because there's enough recurrence in this deck that I feel safe doing that. We're just gonna sacrifice a bug. Mutate out onto it. I'm gonna search for that land. Go ahead and drop in the wildwood. No, we will not attack. It's a suspicious amount of mana left open there. Yep, should have known it was coming. But it handled it. Let's go ahead and cultivate. No, we're not going to attack. I think I should have. I think I just goofed. There, take another turn of beating. And drop it in. So rebirth. I can actually go and grab the hammer back, put it into my hand, go ahead and drop it back in. And drop in. Go ahead and swing over with a massive dinosaur. It pretty much has to be blocked by everything they have. I'm hoping my draw is pretty good. Well, we're gonna step in front of that. So that went well. Go ahead with another game here. I do again apologize for the video quality. Still trying to figure out everything, and like I said, I didn't really have time to get on anything editing. The holidays going on, but I didn't want to not put one out there for y'all. So 2 wins, but no real early plays. So I'm gonna go ahead and mulligan. 3 wins. Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep it. So I hope we can draw into a creature that we can drop and give him our target after getting hit with that. And that's enough to say hello. Let's go ahead and say hello back. Well, I can cycle that. Let's get a little ramp going on here. And we have a Kraken. What I'm going to draw here. Alright, let's put that in. Yeah, we're going to want to. What do we want to do? Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Go ahead and put +4/+4 here. And we'll go ahead and put another bit there. We'll swing all of them. Both of them, not all of them. Really hoping they would block with more creatures, get some of that off the board. Guess we're going to have to make them find an answer. And the force, and call to the hunt. And queen. Hold back. Don't want the hammer running into a wall and dying. Need to get that Kraken under control. Discard any permanents? No, I have not. Go to the next. Really don't know. Yeah, we can do this. I'll just go ahead and attack with everything. Football players are going to die. I'm going to decline to take that action. I'm going to grab it with the rebirth. We'll go ahead and play it back out. Not really liking this matchup too greatly. They just set up their hand way too much. Oops. Should have definitely put that over there on the hunt. Not gonna swing, because we're gonna wait for this thing to activate. Look, we get a little mouse viper. And he's gonna hang back. Well, he's also got summoning sickness, so of course he is. What do we throw into the wolves? No, we'll throw everything. Give you. There's definitely some that he has to answer. Definitely something they have to answer. I think that's what they're looking for, is an answer. See who gets blocked where. They sure got rid of that ooze. This time we'll put it back in the command zone. And I'll go ahead and drop it back in. Really just need him to swing with the Kraken so I can block it. Oh jeez. Come on, miss the fact that it's a little death toucher. Send the Kraken over. Oh, they said no to that. Come on, it was just going to be a 6, 7, 7, 14, 15, 16. 16, 16. We're not going with that. Oh, there's the 8-8 Kraken. Thanks for holding the wall swiper back. For the big thing. Fortunately, I believe I'm going to go ahead and just lose all that. Get rid of that one Kraken. Yeah, I think that's really an honestly game. Because obviously not drawing the card that I need. And even at this point, I don't think it would do too much good. Said card just gives all my other creatures trample. I think that would do decently. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and concede this. I got a little out of hand. Let's see here. So at a quick glance, that is Hammer. It's not the best thing in the world, it's not the worst thing. It really just depends on the matchup and how fast you can ramp. He's a little more rampant and he's a little bit more of everything and it needs fixing. I just threw it together real quick to compete in a Brawl event and liked how it ran, so I left it together. But anyways, thank you for tuning in and see you next time.